Alright guys, here I am back with my second video. This video is called I Ain't Sorry. And it's titled I Ain't Sorry solely because not nothing to do with Beyonce, but it's sort of because us as women, we have a bad habit of always feeling guilty for saying no or just doing something out of our norm where it involves taking care of ourselves. So this video is just to let us know that it's okay to take care of us and to put us first sometimes because we so often don't. Um, Here's the thing. When we're with someone for however long, whether it's months, years, we tend to put their needs before our own. We go through so much. We put up with more than them. We accept more than them. We just deal with so much more than a man would ever deal with, and we just suck it up. We suck it up. We don't care. We don't take care of ourselves. We're not worried about us. We're worrying. In the midst of all of that, we're still worrying about them. We're still making sure they're fed. We're still making sure the kids are taken care of. We're just taking care of the house, and we forget about us. In my situation, I'm dealing with, where I'm balancing school. First go round, I had my daughter when I was 17. And the first go round, I'm balancing how am I going to graduate from high school? And I'm just a baby myself. What do you mean I have to figure out how I'm going to graduate high school? That should be something that I that I should have been able to do, without the baby. But I had a baby, so I had to balance more than some of my peers, And I'm in this committed relationship, and I'm in love, and we're gonna be together forever, and which is something that I genuinely thought. So I'm balancing everything. I'm making sure he's straight, making sure that I set up a path for my daughter where we both parents were on a straight path to make sure that daddy isn't dead or in jail and mommy goes to school. So I go to college, I graduate high school, I go to college, I get it all done. And everyone's like, oh, you're too smart to have a baby. You need to get an abortion. I heard it all when I was pregnant with my daughter. And, I still got the job done. Then I had my son my junior year of college, which was a total shock. And I was still shocked as to figure out how I'm going to graduate college now. So it's always something where I had to balance a lot on my plate. And never once did I take the time and I had time for myself where I genuinely was able to just say, you know what, let me care about me and really focus on me, on top of dealing with all those things and balancing all those things. I'm having to balance, accepting things that I shouldn't be accepting and just putting up with things left and right that that the other person wouldn't deal with, wouldn't allow. So the thing is, you have to think about you. It's you have to think about you. It's okay to sit back and say no sometimes. What are your goals? What do you want for yourself in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? What is it that you want to do? Don't worry about no one else and what they want for you or how they're going to feel about it. None of that. Think about you and just try to get on that path without really being selfish. When I say be selfish, I don't mean be selfish. It's the difference between self-care and being selfish. So saying no, you know what I mean? That's something where you just sometimes you have to stop. There's a positive side to this and there's a negative side. The positive side is that things get done. But the negative side is you tend to be manipulated and people take advantage of you. They take advantage of that. They know that you're going to get that job done. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to tell that person, no, I'm not doing it. Or no, I'm not settling for that. Or whatever the case. That's the same way of saying there's a difference between being assertive and aggressive. Stand up for yourself and be selfish sometimes. Moms, especially, we always feel guilty. If I go on the mall right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm coming out with a whole bunch of stuff for my kids, and I was going in there for something for me. And I would really feel guilty about it. I would feel guilty about buying myself something. I would feel guilty about going to get my nails done and didn't do something for love, or whatever the case may be. I would genuinely feel guilty. And I'm learning this is the process for me, just as it would be a process for anybody who's watching this video and going through it. But you have to put yourself first. Sit back, stop, and put yourself first. You know, in my head, I'm saying, I want my family, I want this to work, and my daughter this and my daughter that, just still putting her before me. I stayed so long for, because that's something that I wanted for my daughter, or I wanted for myself. And, what I'm saying, he's not going to be able to stay in a straight path without me. And, he's going to be getting in trouble without me, just putting everybody before me. And I'm not happy. I'm having to put the world on my shoulders and put on my Beyonce face when we're in public, like, oh, everything's peachy cream, everything's cool. And, when genuinely you're not happy, you have to take care of yourself. Some of these men, they will not leave. They will stick it out with you. They will say, especially if they know you're a good woman. If they know you're a good woman and you take care of your business and you handle yourself, they're not leaving you. But it's us. It's sometimes that we have to sit back and we have to say no. We really have to take that stance for ourselves and tell these men no. Or whether it's about a man or just someone in your family. In my case, okay, man, but someone else may be dealing with that from their mother, their both of their parents, anyone, grandparents, anyone, cousins. You can be dealing with that from anybody, where someone's just taking advantage of you and you're not being able to care for yourself, or you're putting someone else's needs before yourself. Be selfish sometimes and really stick up for yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. We're natural nurturers, where we're going to love on a man as if that's our child, where we're putting his needs before our own. We're making sure he's straight before we make sure ourselves is straight. And that's something that we can't do. Sometimes we do that, but it's not your job. It was never your job to raise that man. It was never your job. That's something that he needs to do. And as a woman, you got to put yourself first. You got to say, if you're going to deal with someone and they're willing to grow with you, and you guys are going to grow together, whether he's not on the same level as you right now, and you got to build him up and you got to do all that, but he's willing to do it, and it's going to be something that you both put in the effort to do, then you do that. And you work with that man and y'all stick it out. But if this man is holding you back from where you need to be and where you know you can be, then you get that together. You get that together and you focus on yourself. You got to change your mentality. I had to get up, change the way I think, change my appearance, change everything about how I thought about life, and just revamp the whole thing, where I'm like, okay, Aja, it's time that you focus on you. And ever since then, ever since I've stopped listening to other people and what they think I should do for my life, ever since just been putting me first, I've been genuinely happy. And I don't feel bad about it anymore. I don't feel guilty about it. I buy myself things now. I go shopping for myself, and where I don't feel guilty, where I feel like I have to pick up something for the kids, you have to do this. It's something that is so necessary, especially if you feel like you want to shine your light on other people. If you want to shine your light, how can you properly shine your light if your light is dimmed? Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Make yourself feel pretty, look pretty. Buy yourself something. Just go out and just have a good time. I just feel like it's never a waste of money when you're doing something for yourself. Don't get dramatic with it, and when you're splurging your rent money or whatever the case, you gotta have your priorities together in the midst of all this. But it's okay to take care of you. Don't be sorry about it. Don't be sorry. Say no to that person. Take care of you. Put yourself first, and just put yourself in their shoes, and just understand, would they do that for me? Would they keep putting me first over them? No, they wouldn't. So you go ahead and you make sure you put yourself first. Do what you have to do for you, and then you focus on everybody else, and I promise you'll be set. I promise you'll be happy, and I promise you won't regret it. Don't be sorry.